Can we please give a huge round of applause to our valedictorian, Gigi Safavizadeh.
So let me piggyback off of Anthony real quick. I did a lot of those same activities, mostly in the music department, band, orchestra, choir, chamber, jazz band, select choir, and the musicals, and I assisted with the middle school musicals, and I'm also a dancer. But yeah, so all these things very fun, and I'd also like to give a shout out to just the music department as a whole. I think they're really underappreciated, and they provide a lot for their students and a really great community. So if you can take a music class, you should. But on that note, extracurriculars are very important, but remember to know your boundaries, and remember that time to yourself is just as critical. I know you want to bolster your college resume, take every AP class, and join every ensemble and club, but remember that you need to have time to decompress if you want to be successful. I'm not saying you shouldn't do these things because they do set you up for the future, help you make connections with others, and help you become a well-rounded student. But you can't do everything. So please also consider that you will not perform well physically or mentally if you are constantly going without a break. Do not be overwhelmed by guilt when you spend a few hours being so-called unproductive. It's a bit of a stupid concept to me anyways. Take the time that you need to yourself to be able to perform your best when it counts. Take your mind away from what is stressing you out, for you will get nowhere staring at a wall in frustration. You will be able to tackle it from another perspective once you aren't in that state of mind anymore. See your mental health as just as much of a priority as that one homework assignment is. One bad grade is a grain of sand on a beach. Your well-being is worth much more than that. I do not endorse giving up on that assignment. Lots of resources, like Anthony said. And of course, your teachers understand what it's like to be in high school. And in a dire situation, you can always try and shoot them an email, and they will most likely be very helpful and accommodating to you. But they want you to succeed. The more you let your emotional well-being slip, the harder it will be to keep going nonstop, and you may just burn out. So to keep a steady and stable performance, you must not forsake the need for rest. Now here are some of my studying strategies. So read all of your notes, review everything that you're given from the class, and then try to write your notes again from memory on another sheet of paper. Or if there's like a concept, maybe in like science or something like that, like try to explain it to another person, or just to no one, just to yourself. Because if you can explain it to anyone else without looking at notes, then you're good. If you're writing an essay, just blabber to yourself. Just talk, and then you'll spark some ideas. Don't be afraid. This is mostly for APs because there's a curriculum set, but don't be afraid to use resources from outside of what your teacher is giving you. I really liked Fiveable for APs, but I know that they make you pay for it now, which is stupid. But I did like Fiveable when it was free. And YouTube channels. Like Heimler history. Now this next piece of advice only works if you have a cat, but if you do, stop doing your work, get up, and find as many cats as possible in your household and pet them. Then return to your work. It's truly amazing. Yeah. So, okay, then... For my next portion, I wasn't going to talk about this, but I thought it would be kind of important, especially for the juniors. My college search was really stressful, and I had no idea what I wanted to do or be or go, like where I wanted to go junior year. And just know that you don't have to have everything figured out because you're 16 or 17 years old. So just take it one step at a time, and when you're applying to colleges, don't limit yourself. Apply to that reach school, apply to the school you don't think you'll get in, because you never know what will happen. And then your safeties as well, but like, you never know what will happen. So don't limit yourself. And when you're choosing your school, remember that the acceptance rate isn't everything, or the prestige, or whatever. That's not what's important. Also, going into debt is not fun. So that's very important too. But what helped me find my perfect school, Bryn Mawr, is I'm very excited to go here. Look at the type of community you'll be around, the class size, and if you want a small school or a big school, and you can look at the type of classes you'll be taking for your specific major, if those classes look interesting to you, what kind of professors will be teaching them. The location was very important to me because I did not want to be in the middle of nowhere, like Norwich. I wanted to be next to a city, so I'm going to be right next to Philly, which is very exciting to me. So I had no clue where I wanted to be, but everything just kind of sorted itself out, and the day before I made my decision, I still had no clue what I was going to pick. But then I just kind of had two options, and I felt like if I flipped a coin and I got the other one, I would be very upset. So that's how I knew that Bryn Mawr was the right option for me. And yeah, you'll follow your gut and you'll find the right place for you.